Your worst day can sometimes turn into your best day if you choose to use it. That's the key. You either use the hard times, or the hard times will use you. Stress can use you, or you can use stress. Pain can use you, or you can use pain. It's a choice, but most people don't know they even have that choice. They let stress control them. They let technology control them. They let other people control them. When I was young, I made 3 decisions that were different from the decisions my father made. And those decisions changed my life. Let me take you back. I grew up in a tough place. My family was poor. We didn't always have food. I'll never forget Thanksgiving one year. There was nothing on the table. My parents were fighting. My stomach was empty. I felt scared. But then something happened. Someone I didn't even know, a stranger, showed up and gave us food. That small act of kindness changed me forever. In that moment, I made my first decision: there is food, and there is hope. My second decision was, this means strangers care. That idea lit a fire in me. Because if strangers could care about me, then maybe I could care about strangers. Maybe life wasn't only about pain. See, in life, every one of us makes decisions. And you're making them right now, even if you don't notice. Most people don't notice because they make decisions by habit. They answer the questions in their mind without thinking deeply. And that's why life doesn't really change for them. But life can change when you make new decisions. There are 3 decisions you make every single moment. 1. What to focus on. 2. What it means. 3. What to do. Let's start with focus. Right now, there are a million things you could focus on. You could focus on what's missing in your life, or you could focus on what you already have. You could focus on your problems, or you could focus on your blessings. You could focus on your fear, or you could focus on your hope. Here's the truth: focus equals feeling. Whatever you focus on, you will feel. If you focus on pain, you feel pain. If you focus on love, you feel love. If you focus on fear, you feel fear. It doesn't even matter if it's true, your focus creates your experience. We don't experience life. We experience the life we focus on. The second decision is meaning. Once you focus on something, your mind asks, what does this mean? If someone doesn't text you back, what does it mean? Does it mean they don't like you? Does it mean they're busy? Or does it mean nothing at all? The meaning you give will change how you feel. Think about it: if you believe your relationship is ending, you'll act very differently than if you believe it's just beginning. If you believe someone is attacking you, you'll react with anger. But if you believe they're challenging you to grow, you'll feel inspired. The meaning creates the emotion. And the third decision is action. What do you do? Do you give up, or do you keep going? Do you fight, or do you forgive? Do you sit still, or do you take a step forward? Focus, meaning, action, these 3 decisions shape every part of your life. But here's the thing: most of us fall into patterns. We have patterns of focus. Some people always focus on what's missing. Others focus on what they have. Some focus on the past, some on the present, some on the future. The pattern you live in creates your emotions. High achievers often focus on what's missing. That gives them drive, but it also steals their joy. You can achieve so much and still feel empty if you're always focused on what you don't have. That's like running on a hamster wheel: you're moving fast, but you're not fulfilled. If you want happiness, you must shift your focus. Ask yourself, what do I already have? What can I be grateful for right now? What's good in this moment? And when you shift your focus, you shift your state. And when you shift your state, you shift your life. Now, let's talk about patterns. More than half of what we do every day is habit. We wake up, think the same thoughts, feel the same feelings, and take the same actions. That's why so many people feel stuck. They live the same day over and over. If you want a new life, you need new patterns. When I discovered patterns, my life changed. At first, I thought I had to change myself. That felt heavy. But then I realized, I don't need to change me. I just need to change my patterns. Changing yourself feels impossible. But changing a pattern? That's doable. For example, if your pattern is to focus on what you don't have, switch it. Make a new pattern, focus on what you do have. If your pattern is to overthink, shift it into a pattern of taking action. If your pattern is to stay quiet, create a pattern of speaking up. Patterns shape your destiny. Now, you might ask, why do some people succeed and others fail? Why do some suffer while others rise? I've studied this for years. I read over 700 books in psychology, human development, health, and performance. And here's what I learned: biography is not destiny. Your past does not decide your future. A person can be abused, unloved, and poor, yet rise up and become strong, successful, and loving. Another person can be rich, supported, and educated, yet destroy their life with addiction and fear. The difference is not background. The difference is decisions. We all get what we tolerate. If you tolerate misery, you'll live in misery. If you tolerate weakness, you'll stay weak. But if you decide to draw a line in the sand, if you say, I will no longer accept this, then your life begins to change. When I was young, I wasn't popular. I had 4 different fathers. We were poor. I didn't have anyone to learn from. But I was curious. I wanted to know why people lived the way they did. So I taught myself. I took a speed reading class. I started reading like crazy. 700 books over 7 years. I studied psychology. I studied health. I studied how people succeed. I learned about something called neuro-linguistic programming and hypnosis. These gave me tools to help people change their patterns fast. Not in years, but in minutes. At first, I wanted to prove myself. I told psychologists, give me your toughest patient. I'll help them in an hour, not 7 years. And over time, I learned how true change works. The number one principle of success is energy. Low energy equals low performance. High energy equals high performance. Your energy affects everything: your work, your relationships, your health, your joy. If you change your energy, you change your life. Think about it. When chaos hits, when problems show up, who do people turn to? They turn to the one with energy, the one who says, I'll handle this. That energy difference is everything. But since the pandemic, many people lowered their energy. They got used to sitting at home, moving less, expecting less. And they don't even realize it, because everyone around them dropped too. But if you raise your energy now higher than before, you'll stand out. You'll succeed no matter what the market is doing. History also teaches us something important. Good times create weak people. Weak people create bad times. Bad times create strong people. Strong people create good times. It's a cycle. And right now, we're in a cycle shift. If you choose to grow strong, you can be the one who helps create the next good times. But to influence anyone, your family, your friends, your team, you must know what influences them. And the most powerful influence is state. If someone is angry, you can't reach them with reason. If someone is grateful, you can reach them with opportunity. State changes everything. So the skill of life is this: learn to change your state in seconds. Not by faking it, not by repeating I'm happy when you're not, but by shifting your focus, your body, your breath, your energy. Most people don't celebrate enough. They let life pass. They wait for big wins before they feel joy. But joy comes from habits. If you don't practice joy, your nervous system forgets how to feel it. If you practice gratitude, your nervous system remembers it. If you practice courage, your nervous system remembers it. Whatever you do regularly becomes who you are.
Please like and subscribe for more videos.